Hello, welcome back to Made by Amanda Mao. I'm Amanda and I make stuff. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a crochet artist. I mostly make amigurumi plushie type items that I sell at market events and online. And you guys, we have an action-packed market prep vlog today. I have so many cool things to show you and share with you where we're at right now. I do have what I was hoping to be a pretty big event coming up this weekend. The weather forecast is not looking great, so I'm a little worried about that because this is supposed to be my busiest event month in May, so hopefully the weather is on our side. I don't think they have like a rain date or anything for this event, and the vendor fee was a little expensive, so let's hope for the best with that one. This is coming about 2 weeks after my last event where I pretty much sold out at the softball event. If you guys watched that vlog, if not, definitely go check it out because it was crazy and I pretty much sold out of all of my inventory. So I've had a lot to do. And I'm not gonna lie, last week I didn't get much done. Things were super crazy with my actual job and I just didn't have a ton of time to get actual plushies done. So the majority of my prep has been done this week. I have been fully pushing my hands to their fullest extent to make as many things as I possibly can. And do you guys know what has kept me extra motivated? My market planners are here. If you haven't heard, I've been working so hard on these market prep planners with the goal being a journal where you can track your daily inventory goals because that's what I need when I am prepping for market events. I need to be held accountable daily. And for that kind of a thing, I just like to write things down. And now we have these awesome planners. This is like my dream planner, like exactly what I wanted. I specifically designed these and had to order them myself because pretty much no sites have options where you can actually design like the interior pages, and I had a vision and I needed to make it come true. Here is what the cover looks like. It says my market prep planner, and then when you open it up, you get to enter your information here. It says your planner belongs to, and then you can put the year right there. Super cute. And then on the inside, you have these amazing inventory pages where you can track your inventory goals. So in this part, you put like the date, like if you're tracking by day or by week or by month, whatever dates you want to put there. And then you just list your item, your color, the quantity, the total price, and the time needed. So based on what you have going on that day, you can really get organized here and plan out your day and see how much projected revenue you're going to be making for that inventory. And then you can come back at the end of the day or as you go throughout the day and you can enter your inventory that you completed that day based on your goals. So you can enter your item, the color, the quantity, and the total price, and then you'll be able to see how many items you made that day and the total price that you'll be like selling them all for. I love to see this kind of information. It keeps me so motivated. I did decide to go with the spiral bound because I feel like that's the easiest way to be like writing your inventory down. I didn't want like a crease in the middle, so this was not the cheapest option, but that's what I wanted. And I did take a poll on my Instagram about whether you guys would be willing to pay a couple dollars more for like the colorful inside or whether you would rather pay a couple dollars less for like a gray and black inside. And the majority vote was definitely for the color. I think it was like a 70-30 in favor of the color, so that's what we went with, and I absolutely love the color. And I feel like if something's like super cute, I'm more motivated to use it anyway. So I'm really happy with the color option. Let's see what I completed so far. I've been doing this daily. It's like so much fun to like write all my goals down and like what I completed down. So let's see, Sunday, we had a very busy day on Sunday. These are all of our goals. My goals were a giraffe, 6 turtles and a fox, and I actually completed all of those, and then I was like, wait, I want to keep adding things to this list. I was like having so much fun adding things and like seeing how much money I was like making for the day, so I just kept going. And I also made a triceratops and a ducky keychain, and my total Price of that inventory for the day was $198. I almost hit $200, and now I want to like keep pushing myself and keep seeing like what the maximum amount I can make for the day is. Oh, the next day I actually beat it. The next day my goals were really small. I only had pretty much like some keychains, and then my inventory completed. I completed like way more than the goals that I had set for the day, and the total that I completed was $224. That's like a record for me of how much inventory I made in a day. So I can't wait to keep pushing my record. So yeah, these are available now on my Etsy. There are 200 amazing pages in here, so you don't have to worry about filling it up too quick, and definitely not trying to put any kind of sales pressure on anyone. But just so you know, I do have a very limited amount of these for the first drop, because like I said, I did have to order them all with my own money. So if the demand is high enough, I will place another order for them, but they do take a little bit to come in. So if you are interested and want this now for your market season, I would definitely recommend grabbing it soon while I still have some. Okay, can you get your butt out of the camera, please? Get your butt out of the camera. Someone asked if my son, Honey Mustard here, who makes a frequent appearance in these videos, will be featured in this planner design, and you guys will have to order one and find out, because he may or may not be honored in here. We will have to let that be a little surprise. Okay, we are moving on. Another thing I really am excited to talk about in this video is the Jades Amigurumi Friends book. This is a book of so many incredible patterns. I bought this a little bit ago and I hadn't gotten a chance to make anything in here. So for the first time, I made some things in here, and I'm gonna show you what I made, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this book. So let me talk about like the setup of the book first. I absolutely love the setup because there are all these patterns and they're basically made from the same basic shapes, and you have a couple different options. I'll show you. I don't want to show you like this whole pattern, but here's like the head shape, and then you get to pick your body shape. There's like so many different body shapes. There's like all these standing ones and like sitting ones. Here's some standing ones. And there's sitting ones too, and like all the patterns have different arms and different legs, and you can like change out all the body shapes for all your different little animals. So the options are endless. Like they are literally endless. You can make so many different combos. The hardest time for me was trying to select what like body I wanted to do, because I love them all and I wanted to try them all. So let me show you guys what I made so far. I made this cutie fox. Look at this cutie little fox. A fox has been on my list of things that I wanted to crochet for so long. If you watched my video about like my goal patterns this year, a fox was on there. I feel like people love foxes, and so do I, and I really wanted to make one, and I made this one. It actually came out pretty big. I'm like so bad at trying to figure out how like gauge the size of how big or small the items are gonna come out. I do look at the pattern and I'm like, okay, it's this many rows, it's gonna come out this big, but I never accurately judge the size of things. And like the pictures on the front of Jade's book, it looks like these are made with like a worsted weight, like a smaller size yarn, so it was hard to like gauge what the actual size was gonna be. So it came out pretty big. Like this is a pretty like decent sized plushie for me. I don't make a ton of like bigger items like this. I would consider this bigger for me. I make a lot of like smaller, lower price things, but this guy's like a pretty decent size. I feel like he's like really nice plushie size. This is one of the sitting patterns, so he looks cute when he sits. I don't know how I'm feeling about when he is standing. Like I don't like that he's like spread eagle like that. Hello, privacy please. But that could have definitely been due to my sewing and where I sewed the legs. Some of the body patterns have like crocheted in limbs, and some of them have sew on limbs, and this one was a sew on, so I maybe sewed on the legs in a weird place. I don't know, but he is meant to be sitting, and when he's sitting he's like really cute. Her, actually, she's a she. Her name is Flora the fox. So Sorry for misgendering her, but look how freaking cute. Look at her little tail. I'm obsessed. I love this. The longest part of the patterns is just their giant head, I feel like. They all have pretty big heads. All right, are you ready for the next one? I made 2 so far. This fox. And can you guess? Guess what it is before I show you. Okay, you guessed? Look at this little gorilla. Look at this guy. He's a gorilla. I'm obsessed. This was also in my video of things that I wanted to make this year, was this specific gorilla. I saw somebody like post this specific gorilla, and this is actually what made me buy this book, because I just thought it was the cutest pattern ever and I needed to make it, and I made it. Look at me accomplishing my goals. I love him, and this is a stand-up pattern. This is one of the standing patterns, and I like this one. I really like this one. I don't know where I'm gonna put him on my table to stand up, because he does have a giant head, so he's not gonna stand up on his own. We'll have to like lean him up against something, but I really like this like standing pattern. I think his like little legs are so freaking cute. Just a note, these patterns do involve sewing. You do sew on their head and some of their other pieces. He came in a bunch of different pieces that I had to sew together, but his limbs were crocheted into the project, so I didn't have to sew his arms or anything. The sewing isn't terrible, but you guys know that I'm not the biggest sewing fan, but I did go into it like expecting that, so it wasn't that bad. So these are my first Jades Amigurumi Friends patterns. I absolutely love them. I feel like I'm emotionally attached to these, and I already don't want to sell them, but we will see how they do at my event. Overall, I love the book. Like I said, the options are just frickin' endless. Do I keep saying frickin'? I don't know. I will link this book in the description below. It was very affordable. And in the back of the book, she has this Be Creative section where she talks about how she designs her patterns and like how you can design patterns, which definitely going to be going through that because that's like the coolest thing. And also there are freaking accessory options back here, like for like the flower crown for Flora. Oh my gosh. And I was so mad because I really wanted to put overalls on my gorilla. I forgot about that. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna follow her pattern. But in the back are the directions for the overalls. And I totally missed them because I didn't go through the whole book. I got too excited. But all in all, it went really well. The patterns were very easy to follow. Look at Jade. She's so cute. I love Jade's patterns in general, inside and outside of this book. So I would definitely recommend. I hope you guys like my new little guys. You gotta let me know what you think of them. Also, some other new things that I was working on. These aren't really new, but I made a new chubby dino. I made this guy in blue and another green one for this event. I think I'm gonna start making these more because people like these, and I make them with their big little eyeballs. Any of these patterns that you see will be linked in the description below. We are going to the farm this weekend, so I also made a little Piggy. Look at him. This is a new pattern for me. I have made pigs before, but they were like a different version of pig. I'll put a picture if I could find one. But I saw this one. It is actually by the same pattern designer that designed like the chubby frogs that I make. I think they're called like Easy Crochet Plushies or something on Etsy. Like I said, it'll be linked below, but I feel like this is like a little bit more of my style of crochet patterns that I like. So I tried making this one, but I don't know what I like better, like this one or these ones that I showed. I can't decide. This one came out like a little bit bigger than those ones maybe. But like I said, I feel like it's a little more of like my style of things, but I feel like these ones are giving a little bit more Piggy. I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one you guys prefer. Also, another new pattern for me. I finally made it, you guys. This is the Margarita Pattern by Little Baby Rory Crafts. This is like a newer pattern. I applied to pattern test this a little bit ago and I didn't get chosen, but I couldn't wait to make it. And Cinco de Mayo is coming up like right after this event that I have, so I'm hoping maybe I could sell a couple of these. I feel like I would so buy this for like one of my friends if I saw this on a table, and this is just the cutest little thing. If you are making this pattern, please note that it does call for like some pipe cleaners or some wire just to make the base really sturdy, and the little stem, I guess it's the stem of the glass, it makes it really sturdy. But that's great because now she literally stands, oh, whoop. That was my bad, but she does stand on her own, see? So I really wanted to make some jumbo items for this event. I've been focusing more on some like bigger items as opposed to a ton of littler items like I did for my last event. I haven't made jumbo items in a while with like some jumbo yarn. I did order it from Michael's, but it is taking a little bit to get here, and my event is in like a day, so it's supposed to come today. So we will see what I can get done today or tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have an update for this video, but you might just have to see it in my market vlog. We may or may not have some jumbo items on the table. We shall see. Just some other things I've been getting ready for my prep this week. Oh, this isn't part of my prep items, but look at this cute tote bag from my friend Kelly from Snitches Get Stitches. This is so cute. She is selling these as well as a ton of other incredible crochet merch items. I will link her website below. I can't wait to start wearing this out so everyone knows not to mess with me. Loving that energy. Also, I got this clipboard. This is going to be because I am going to really start having a sign-up sheet where people can sign up with their emails to have a little like email subscription list where I'll be emailing people where I'm gonna be and like stuff like that. So this is for that. I got this on Amazon, and it's really cool because you can like put the papers like in here when you're done with them, so I don't have to worry about like losing anything. And it's of course made by Man Mount Pink, so we love that energy. It does come in a bunch of other colors also. It has a little spot for your pencil too, so I'm excited for this. It's the little things. It's the little things that excite me. And another new thing for our setup this week, I got a rug. Yes, a rug. Like an outdoor rug for my tent. I feel like I have seen pictures of some people like having rugs in their like setup, and I feel like it just looks like so inviting and cute in there. So I got an outdoor rug from Amazon, and again made by Man Mount Pink, and hopefully my little tent doesn't look like Pepto-Bismol exploded in there. We'll have to see what this looks like. I don't know what the vibe is going to be or if we're going to like it or not, but we are going to give it a try at this event, hopefully. Hopefully it's not super gross and like rainy and muddy and everything. Wow, I feel like I really talked a lot in this video, so I guess we're just gonna wrap it up here because I have a lot of things to do. I just wanted to show you guys all those new things, and especially my little planners that I am so proud of. I will link these below in the description, and don't forget to check them out. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive on my planner journey, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!